Welcome to Align software. Align was developed to manage and store a live RASCI system. It stores the relationship of all interactions, tasks, and association of tasks to people in an entire organization. Inevitably, it can model any type of organization. We're going to walk through a demonstration of how the RASCI system works that is called Align. Many features can be added to Align. At this point, the core features are that it stores and maintains live relationships of people as entered in the system by an administrative person. The screenshots we'll go through are the RASCI generator, the admin overview, the dashboard features, and canned reports. From here, I'll hand it over to Beth Ann to walk through how we navigate and move through the Align software.
So the first screen that we arrive at is the login, and this is where we identify ourselves to the system. And it also allows us to access any privileges associated with our username. So for this demo, we're going to be logging in as Chad Burke, who's the president of the company. This login also prevents any unauthorized changes or access to the system. So upon logging in, you'll arrive at the dashboard, and here you'll see information displayed that's specific to you as the login person. So you see your login name up here, and then you see your own tasks that you're accountable for, tasks you need to accept and approve, and there's a few other different graphs that we'll go over later. This dashboard can be customized to suit the user's needs, and this is something that can be detailed more later. So this dashboard is basically the portal to anything that you might want to do. As we continue, we'll explore some of these things, but you'll see other things like the notifications, a way to log out of the system, a way to jump over to the admin view. There's a fast search feature. And then there's also a sidebar. So this sidebar remains hidden until you need it, so it's not taking extra space. And from here you can access things like the RASCI generator, the reports function, and the admin function. There's a few placeholders here for future phases, and those things will be discussed later. So first we'll go over to the admin view. So this is an interface that only specified users will have access to. Each tab represents a building block of the information captured against a task. So for example, if we click on person, then we can see some of the information entered about the different people in the system. So the purpose of having a separate admin view is to ensure that the data is validated before entering the system in two stages. First, an administrator can ensure it is not duplication and that all the required data is present. Second, all tasks are accepted and approved by the people involved, whether they're responsible, accountable, support, consult, or informed. And this approval process we'll talk more about shortly. So these two steps will keep the data in the system accurate, clean, and most important, reliable. So we'll just return to our dashboard now, and we'll look at how we can generate a RASCI chart. So the goal of the Align system is to generate a current, up-to-date RASCI chart. Depending on the purpose, you may have different needs for what kind of data you want to show. There's a few different search options to help you get what you want. The easy search, which is the first one that will come up, helps you to quickly get the data that you want. And all of the different building blocks that we saw in the last admin view is grouped together into categories of who, where, and what. So these are the different building blocks: person, position, role, location, asset, department, task, objectives. So you can type into any of these to quickly find what you're looking for. So an example would be, I've just received an email from Jim Wells, and I don't know who that is. So in the who, if I type Jim, I add that to the criteria and run the search. I'm quickly able to see all his accountabilities and responsibilities. Another method is the advanced search. This is a highly specific search where you can look at for certain things on a more granular level. So here everything is divided up by their individual building blocks, and by selecting one, then you access So when I select people, then I can access all the different things associated with people in order to do a highly specific search. So we'll look at an example of this. I'm looking for a task and I know it takes place in Calgary. So I'll choose my location as, so I'll select location and the field, and I know that it's Calgary. And I know that it's in the admin department. So based on those criteria, I'll run a search. And what I've seen is that I've chosen criteria that's too specific, so I actually need less information. So I think his first name is Bill or Bob or something. So I'm going to try again.